Hi, this is Nikki, and I'm here to share the messages that I get from Spirit and from all of our higher selves that are on this journey to love. And if you're new to my channel, then I share messages that come through from all of our higher selves. So people that come to me for healings and readings, who are also on a twin flame journey like myself, and who are, we're all helping each other stay on track so that we can reunite with our twins in this lifetime. So, all my messages go from one to the next, and they're all super connected. And so, yesterday I didn't do a video because the day before I said that my twin and I have been, we were going to meet up yesterday, and it was the first time. It's been over a year since I last saw him, actually saw him. And anyway, so it didn't happen because he was working on the other side. He had a job come in. And so I'm going to tell you because I was, again, you know, you can't help but be disappointed. But some things really helped me. So I'll tell you, I'm going to make some recommendations. Firstly, I listened to the Leo King's video. The Leo King is an astrologer. He's called David Palmer. He does, I've put the link to the video in the description box. It's an amazing video about really, really trusting in divine timing and trusting in the way that the planets are aligning at the moment. And we're going into the Virgo season, and there is a very unique way. There's a new moon coming up as well in Pisces, which is all about raising bringing things to your spiritual self forward, essentially. But his video really, really helped me to just remember to basically have courage. The courage comes in trusting in divine timing and not going into that crazy mind sort of like, you know, all of the mind chatter that happens. So it was brilliant because it was exactly what I needed to hear. And then I was like, right, okay, instead I'm just going to do all the things that I love doing. So I booked in a hair appointment. This is brilliant because if you, we've had the tiger energies been coming up, super strong, tiger symbology everywhere, but it's about letting your inner tiger and tigress roar. And that is very much about, again, courage to live this kind of very love-based life, moving out of the fear. And, you know, what he was saying, the Leo King, which I completely am an advocate for, is that you find your courage through your faith. And anyway, so I was at the hairdresser. She gives me a magazine. Weirdly, she gives me a men's magazine. And I open it up, and sure enough, it's Jeff Goldblum. And gold, reference to the golden energy. But he's holding a tiger. So this is the first page. The second page is, I then open it up, and he's pointing a finger, and it's 144. Now, of course, 144 is the number of twin flames that are, you know, incarnating in these recent waves that are coming through. The next one, if you've been following the messages, then you know that frogs have been quite a key theme. The next one is, he is on the telephone with a frog telephone. And it was just so brilliant because as well as that, I went to, the frog is, of course, also about the frog will turn into the prince in the end. If I look here, he's holding the yellow telephone. Yellow is all about becoming into your power, you know, the solar plexus and the strength to speak your truth. And so it was just such a great way of just saying, look, he's even holding his hand out and he's saying, don't freak out. It's going to be okay. Just trust in divine timing. And know that your courage comes from comes from believing in divine timing and not questioning that. And so the other thing that really helped me was I pulled a Rumi card. And these always help me. So I'm going to share it because, again, it was just perfect because it references the raw. So, and it was the courage. So, this is the message. It's the courage. It's about having the courage to stand by your love. And if you look at that, the light is beaming onto them. And it is number 38, which is also, of course, 11. So I'm going to read it out. The other thing, I went to a gong bath in the evening. And again, the lady said, these are gong baths that I do weekly. And just last week and this week, she has started to say about drink the spirit of a person you are thinking about. So the tea spirit becomes that person. So my twin was there with me through that. I mean, not physically, but, you know, the twin spirit was with me through that experience. And again, it was really powerful because I literally felt him merging, and, you know, just like you drink tea and that hot liquid goes into all of your body. And because we did a tea ceremony first. And again, that merging of all of your basically togetherness. Basically, that's what it is. So it is. So today's message then is very much about having the courage to believe and have faith in divine timing, and know that you don't have to put. You know, this has been a common theme, but it's you don't have to push against the tide. You just need to flow with it. And so it is. The courage of your love. Love is without reason. Rationality is like a cane. Judgment needs a cane because it is blind. When love arrives, thought dies in its shadow. Love is the sunrise, while thought is only a flashing light. I do not bleat at you like a sheep, for to startle you from your slumber, I need to roar like a lion. You must awake, my beloved. There is no time to waste, for the wolves are circling, hungry for sacred flesh. So I shall roar mightily, and although at first you recoil in fear, soon enough you will see the wolves. You become aware and grateful to have been thus awoken. Ah, yes, you remember that you have a precious human life to protect. You fear me no more. You thank me. You jump on my back as if you were a warrior astride a wild mount. You roar then, along with me, awakening the others as we cause the ground to rumble, disturbing those even in their deepest slumber. You, like me, are a fierce lion, not a lamb to be led to many slaughters. The variety of and opportunity for which is available in terrible abundance in our world. There is a Sufi story about a mother with her breast leaking milk. She loves her child, and once she finds him again, instantly lets him suckle for as long as he needs. A Sufi master nearby says to his students, "Do you think she would throw her baby into the fire?" And the students all say, "No, of course not." And the master replies, "Allah loves his children more than she, with enough tenderness to throw them into the fire." So it is with love. At first, as a young heart, you want only comfort for your beloved. You cannot bear the thought of pain without them, even for a moment. Your own suffering is easier than bearing the suffering of your beloved. That young heart grows wise through experience. It becomes an elder, an ancient heart tempered by grace and rendered strong with compassion. This is the great heart that can hold the suffering of the world within it, and yet still find space for peace, for sweetness, for tenderness, and for rapture. This is the heart that shines with courageous love. It is willing to feel and bear all suffering without judgment, whilst gently holding it in the truth of what that suffering really is, the drying out of the mind addicted to suffering. This drying out is necessary so that love can ignite itself and transform dead wood into living fire. The drying out is a challenging and enduring process. The path of freeing the heart from the effects of a fearful mind is an initiation into great power. So many lapses will happen before the heart grows strong enough to empower old patterns and surrender without condition or equivocation. When it is ready to surrender in such a way, the heart is free and allowed to simply be. Even the mind then, finally freed from shackles and joyfully submitting to love, declares, "Let love be, in whatever way it shall be. I can bear it. I shall take refuge in it. I shall not turn away from it. I am that love." You are an ancient one with a heart older than the mountains. You are being asked to free yourself from the too small loves of the youthful heart and come to understand and accept the wisdom of your mature heart. Your mature heart is not cursed with hardness or detachment, but with compassion and tenacious devotion to the cause that is most real and matters most, the quest for life of the human soul. Your ancient heart loves the soul and will roar like the lion of love at the wolves that would casually devour it. So trust in the courage of your heart. You are not cruel. You are not hard. You are not careless. You are passion personified. You are the lion of love. So allow yourself to be the lion, not the lamb. Stand true in your own heart. Cause trouble, make noise, be proud, and be mighty. Then rest. After all that savage divinity, rest and restore. For day after day you shall claim your holy lands and refuse to give them up to less noble creatures. Though you survey their manipulations and attempts to claim power with compassion, you do not underestimate them or relax your vigilance. You shall not allow for even a moment that falsehood be accepted as truth in your heart. This oracle comes with particular guidance for you. You are not to give in to less than you are worth, or to the shaming stories of others of our culture that would cast your regal lion nature into the falsehood of beliefs that you have no choice or power. You are not to give in to the idea that you are a victim and cannot free yourself from your suffering, or that you are less than any other. These are lies. These are petty deceptions so unworthy of you. Do not believe them. Roar at them until the weak glue holding them together melts under the fire of your holy breath, and they lie dismembered and powerless at your feet. Then intend that those bits and pieces in decay are lovingly returned to the Earth Mother, through whom they can be used to fertilize new life. This oracle comes with another message for you. You have a challenge before you, but you have what is necessary to succeed and overcome it. No matter how long it has endured or how big you have built that challenge up to be in your mind, no matter how unsolvable the issue appears to be, there is and shall be a victory beyond it, and it is imminent. This oracle has come to you to let you know you are empowered to succeed, you have what is required within to do it, and that the time for your victory is drawing near. So do not give up. Instead, do the sacred honouring ritual. So it is. I call on Rumi, Lion of Love, and my own wise higher self. I now choose to assert the dignity of my soul and the power of my heart. I release all lesser bonds based in fear and deception. I no longer need to hold on to these. I am ready for truth, and with unconditional love, I am supported, protected, and guided on my path to victory, held in guardianship by the unending power of love. So be it. So, that was such a great message to get, because again, it was just so consistent with everything else, and it was about, being courageous. And the courage is knowing that, believing in divine timing, believing in the divine order of things, believing that, everything happens for a reason. And so I trust that the meeting with my twin yesterday wasn't supposed to happen. And actually it opened up dialogue with us, and I'm sure, obviously it will happen in the future, but it just wasn't the right time, and that's okay. That really is okay. So you have to trust in divine timing. That is where your courage is. So that's the message. I'll be back with some more videos today. Okay, take care. Bye.